Hello everyone, welcome to Paper Architecture with Sabrina. I have here a little Christmas mini that I made for a lantern project for Christmas, and some of you expressed interest in having just the mini album, not with the lantern that's being made. Excuse me. So I decided to go ahead and do a little separate part so that you can have the instructions on how to make this little mini. It measures 4.5 by 4.5 by 2.5, and I use the papers from Carta Christmastime. And one thing I like about the Carta papers, along with some other companies, they have a really nice, slightly textured, very thick cardstock designer paper. And so for the reason of that paper, and as well as it being part of a project that fits into this little drawer here, I did not construct a chipboard mini album cover. So this is just a double layer of 100-pound cardstock, and I show you in the instructions on how to put those two layers together so that when you're wrapping them around, you end up with exactly the measurement that you need. So let's go ahead and I'll show you some of the things that I've done. First of all, on the spine here, what I did is I cut out a tag that there's a whole sheet of tags with the Christmastime paper, and I cut that out. I mounted it onto black regular cardstock and cut it so there was about a 1/16 inch border all the way around. And then I punched a hole in it and I tied 2 bows in the hole. Then I attached this keyhole, which is from Butterbee Scraps at Zibbit.com. And I used a couple of brads. They don't come with brads, so you have to have some metallic bronze finished brads to put this on, or just glue it on. So I used these bronze brads and glued the keyhole onto this tag, and then I attached the whole tag onto the spine. This key is also from Butterbee Scraps, and I tied a little piece of ribbon in the little ring at the top there. And this is a 3x4 cut apart that I trimmed down a bit. It's not a true 3x4 anymore. I didn't want to cover everything on the cover, so I mounted it on a piece of black and put that on the front cover. Now for my closure, you will see that I have 2 brads here, and I'm going to show you something in just a moment. But these brads are from My Mind's Eye. They have those really big heads for their brads, and their large brads come in a multiple of colors, and they also have matching eyelets. And I'm going to show you here that I used an eyelet to make the distance between the brad and the cover so that we can loop this hair elastic around, okay? And the hair elastic is great because as you fill it with photographs or thicker embellishments, there's a lot of give in it, and it still holds it closed. So let's go through the mini album. I started with putting things on the cover, and they had one sheet that had all the numbers 1 through 25, and so I used them throughout the album. In this case, it was a 3x4 cut apart, and what I did is I took my paper trimmer and I trimmed up just to the outer edge of the circle at the top and the bottom, and then with my scissors I cut around that curve there to create this pocket. And here's a cute little candy cane cut apart, and I thought you could just stick a photo on the back. If you want to do some journaling, then you'd have to mat it so that you can do some journaling. And then here we have a cute little page, and I used this scalloped border punch, and then I continued on with the cards, putting them in throughout, And some of them are quite a bit smaller, and others are, you know, fair, decent size. This one you can do some journaling on the front as well as put a small photo on the back. This one you would probably just want to do journaling on the back. I mounted it on black because I use black as the base for everything. So I continue that on with the tags. So if you want to write on there, you don't want to add more thickness by putting a cream colored cardstock on the back. So you can use a white, silver, or gold gel pen to do your journaling on the black. So, and if you wanted to, you could put a little picture photo there. With the two tags, it might be a little bit much, but there is this little tag that you can pull out, and you can put a photo on there, and then do some journaling on the back there. So there's that. And then you turn the page, and we have another pocket here. And on this one, you could probably put a small little photo on, or you could put a photo on the back of this if you wanted to do that. So there's that one. And then on this one here, I created a pocket, and then I took one of those 4x6 cut aparts, and I had to make it narrower, and so I trimmed from the top and the bottom, and I folded it in half so that you can do some journaling on here, and then you can use this as a photo mat, and if you wanted to, you could put a photo there too. And then this opens up, and I've created another pocket here. I meant to have a piece of cardstock to stick a photo on a card or a mat. I didn't make that. Or you could just stick something to journal on. And there's a place for a photo here, and then you open it again, and there's 7, and you can slide a photo or a photo on a mat in there, and then the same here. And then we go to 9, and I've made a little photo mat here. And then we're back to pocket page again. And we're at 10 here, so you can do some journaling here and maybe have a little photo there. And then we have another tag to pull out at the top of this page here. And we have 2 tags here. They're small, 11 and 12. So you can keep track of things that happen, you know, through the month of December just by writing a quick little note on the back of these. You can even stick tiny little photos on there if you want. And then here there's another place to slip something in. And then we're going to flip it open, and you can put a photo here, and you can stick a photo on a mat here. I just haven't made the mat. And then here I took another a 4x6, and I trimmed it at the top and the bottom and folded it in half. So you can put a photo on here, and you can journal on it, and if you wanted to, you can put another photo there. And then here, again, you can stick a photo in there. And then we have this page here, and your photo would just slide in under there. And then on this page we have 18 and 19 tucked into the pocket here. And then we have another photo mat here. Oops. And we have 20 and 21 here. And again, they're mounted on black. And 22, I just, because it's a long piece, I made a pocket out of it, just like with the number 9. And then open it up and place for a photo. And you can stick a photo in here. And in here, this was a 3x4 cut apart, and I cut out the red border that was around it so that it would fit in here better. And you could put a photo on the back of this if you wanted to. And then there's a place for a photo here. And then there's a place for a photo here. And then at 25 with the pocket, again I took a 4x6 and I trimmed a bit from the top and the bottom, and I folded it in half. So you can stick it in here and you can put photos on there if you like. And there you have the Christmas 2014 Little Mini. And this can hold quite a few photographs depending upon the thickness of your cardstock. If you're using the Carta cardstock that like I did, or a Teresa Collins, or My Mind's Eye, they have these thicker cardstock, and you may not be able to put as many photos in as you would like, but if we're using a regular designer paper, you could probably get about 30 photos in this tiny little mini album. So thank you so much for joining me and expressing your interest in just creating the Little Mini. And so I have the instructions already up, but I hadn't made a little video, walkthrough video for you. So now you've seen the entire thing, and you can decide if you'd like to make this for Christmas. Of course, if you use different kinds of papers, it would be a little mini album for different kinds of themes. So thank you so much for joining me, and see you soon. Bye for now.